Howdy, folks, and welcome back to Deadlands, Wayward Guns. It's been a hot minute. Sorry about that. I can't rightly say I'm very good at keeping on top of things, and, well, life comes at you mighty quick when you're just a small little varmint like me. We are gonna get started in just a second here. We got a nice, relaxed time between sessions of adventure to ease people back into things. But first, before all of that, let me give our wonderful players a little bit of a time to shine. So I obviously am the Marshal. I'm going to be playing everyone who is not one of these five fine folk. And enough about me. Let's get to talking about them. Starting alphabetically with EpitomeOAwkward. Introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your character.
Hi, I'm Epitome. I play Ezra King, the hamster of a man who is afraid of things. And he's gay. But
I
that's an important part.
I love that that's the descriptor that has stuck with him. A
He's a
little
hamster of a
hamster
man.
of a man. Wonderful. All right. After that, we have Hemlocke. Introduce yourself and tell us little bit about Parrot.
Hello. I am Hemlocke. I am a gargoyle in your computer specifically. I play Parrot, a circus freak sniper.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You want a real solid artwork? Check Hemlock out.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're a really good artist. I'm not gonna freaking apologize for shouting you out for that.
I'll shill commissions in a couple of weeks once we're finished moving.
All right, fair enough. Uh, Next we have Tyrus as Scarlet. Go right ahead.
Yeehaw bonk. I am a silly bean. I do silly things. I play a silly character in my mind. That's all I got.
Okay, fair enough. And oh, I'm terribly sorry. I missed someone in the alphabetical order. So let me bounce back up to Hazel Dust. Please introduce yourself and introduce Valentine too.
Hi, I'm Hazel. I'm everyone's favorite wish granting ferret on the internet. I am playing Valentine Rivers, the cryptozoology knife toting or throwing knife wielding adventurer, I guess. She likes to go places, do things.
All right. And finally, last but far from least, Obsidia as our dear Xenobia.
Hey everyone, I play Xenobia Morgana Watley, everyone's favorite kooky, zany, inbred sorceress. And aside from that, I am a Death Knight VTuber, and my main D&D campaign is on hiatus as people get real Chad surgeries. And aside from that, I've been doing read-alongs of Warhammer 40k novels, so come on by.
And like I said, I'm just playing everyone else. I'm just a humble little jackalope here. Sometimes I stream about other stuff. I really like roguelikes, RPGs, and digital artwork. And you know what? I think it's about time I start really focusing in on that first one. I think I said that in the right order that makes sense. So, with all of that said, last time on Deadlands, Wayward Guns, after a long and, on the narrator's part, admittedly pretty confusing investigation of the mysterious haunting of the former mad scientist Dr. Joseph Nash McDowell's house, now moved into by a new family. The posse managed to not only bust a fake ghost and corner the culprits responsible, but also put to rest a actual ghost in the process. We rejoin our heroes, getting ready to take a little bit of a breather as they make their final preparations before starting to head down towards their next port of call, down, down, down by the river in New Orleans, before they'll start heading west to Texas. But all that aside, let's start focusing in on those characters, shall we? Before we actually get on to the boat in question, I want to give everyone just one more chance. If there is anything that any of y'all would like to do vis-a-vis any sort of shopping or preparation before you hop on the boat, you're welcome to do so. And
I am okay for now. I need to think about how I'm spending my bounty a bit harder for Ezra.
fair enough.
How much money did we get paid again?
Let me check. I definitely wrote it down. $15 each
Big money, big
Hot
money.
dog.
for, I don't know, probably like 10 sessions of investigation. I have something that potentially Ezra will want to buy or whatever, but it involves me interacting with him first.
Okay.
But aside from that, I don't need anything really.
Okay. If you want, we can do the interaction now. We are in the role-playing game.
Well, I just assumed that I would see if anyone else wanted to shop it.
I might, but I need a minute to message the good old a bunny something while you guys go play something out.
That's me.
Okay.
What could it be?
Okay. All right, well then, I guess in light of that, before we leave town, Xenobia would approach Ezra and Dr. King to give a bit of a business proposition.
Okay.
So, I don't know, at some point knock on the door to his hotel room.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll open the door cautiously at first and then see it's you and then open it more. Yes? Yes?
Excellent, Mr. King. I've come bearing the potentiality of perhaps a bit of an endeavor if you are so inclined.
Oh? Should I be worried about this?
Please, it's me. What would you have to be worried about? She smiles.
I'm not going to answer that, but continue.
I believe this is something that requires closed doors and open ears of all parties present.
Alright. Let me come in. Close the door behind you.
Ooh.
I'll get him ready.
I better put on the music for closed ears and closed doors, open ears, and perhaps a little bit of shenanigans.
I hope that's specifically the name of the track.
That is literally in the title I have made for this. Title of the song, then in brackets, something is afoot. Shenanigans.
But yeah, once Dr. King is ready, Xenobia can give her pitch.
All right. I'm just going to say he gets ready. He's out of the bag.
Oh,
Excellent. Always good to see you face to face, Dr. King.
Of course, and likewise, Miss Webley. Oh, admittedly, though, I must say I'm not entirely sure what exactly it is that my dear Ezra here has in mind.
It's more what uh it's more what Xenobia has in mind.
And my mind has been put to great endeavors as of late, as I experimented, as you would like to see, in the empirical process, the scientific method, and I have reached conclusions that perhaps could be utilized to reaching finality for your particular circumstances.
You mean you might have a lead?
I have potentially a tool to find a lead.
I anything.
Wonderful. There will only be two things that I require for it. One, preferably a map of the United States, North America, or perhaps even the globe itself would be quite useful for the dividing process. And secondly, I will need a bit of Dr. King's blood.
Oh.
It should be
The
nothing
map?
terribly, dangerous to you. It's simply a little nick that I need in order to be able to channel the appropriate energies.
Darling, this could give us a lead before we even reach California.
Well, I certainly haven't been losing much blood, or much of anything, really, but I suppose it couldn't hurt to try. Or, well, more accurately, I suppose it would minimally hurt to try.
Oh, all right. Then just a map?
Yes, so I understand you would likely want more information about the logistics of this particular divination.
Yes, please.
Excellent. Well, I have been developing some new capabilities relating to my dear companion, Gwedfran. And so one of the things that I discovered...
Your companion who?
Oh, Gwedfran! It's my knife, don't worry about it.
Ezra's
am worried
worrying
about it, but I'm going to let you
intensifies.
I am going to worry about it, but I'm going to let you continue.
Now, she and I have been working on various experimentations, and one of the things that I was able to discern was that by harnessing a particular organic element of something or someone, if I have something to compare it to, such as a map, I can have a high likelihood of being able to at least place the location of where that person currently is. And so, I believe, since we are living in the relative unknown as to where Dr. King's body is located, perhaps if I were to take some of his blood, I could use it to at least potentially pinpoint where his body is currently located.
Wouldn't it just show where his head is, though?
Potentially. You know what they say about magic, art than science. And currently I've only been able to experiment on it twice. Once was with Parrot, but that was simply apparently based on my familiarity rather than necessarily requiring I take some of her blood. But when we were inside of the mansion, I used it with the remaining organic elements of the of the little girl that was haunting the place to at least learn that one, that her body was not located within the mansion itself, and that secondly, an approximation of the direction where her body was likely buried. I admittedly lacked a sufficiently expansive map to be able to compare it to, so it was rather broad range.
Okay. This is just a lot to take in, but if you're okay with it, dear.
Well, it would certainly be worth a try. I can say that much with relative confidence.
Okay. All right. I will. I will get several maps. I can hope that it's in the U.S., but we honestly don't know, do we? So I wonder how expansive we should be going.
Xenobia shrugs. She goes, well, we can only see and find out. I've only had comparatively close proximate relationships with it. Currently, I'd be definitely intrigued to see how far it could range.
All right. All right. I'll go to a map maker and see what I can find. We might be able to find you, dear. We might actually be able to find you.
Yes, I'm admittedly trying not to get too high of a hopes yet, but it's certainly a possibility.
It's better than any lead we've had so far. All right. Do you want to stay here with Xenobia while I go find it, or do you want to go shopping with me? In so many words.
Oh,
To discuss particulars.
I am sure that can figure something out. If you would like to have me there, I'm happy to keep you company.
Okay. Yeah, I would feel more comfortable with me. And he starts packing Ambrose back into the bag.
Okay. Xenobia will just give her big fangy smile. Well, just let me know whenever you're ready. I think dry land before we journey on more rocky conveyances. I'll be in my room otherwise reading whenever you may need me.
All right. He's going to go and find the closest map maker. And you can move to another player character now.
Alright. Well, does anyone else have any preparations or purchases that they want to make while we're still here in St. Louis?
B,
Yes.
can I ask you a question
You may.
to my friend, not to my DM?
Alright. Sure.
If I sold my mule, would you make me immediately regret it, or in like 6 sessions? I love you and I trust you in every regard except for this one. And you have to understand why.
I mean, fair. I have no desire to put your mule in harm's way, if that is the question.
I mean, I think like only 2 of us have like a dedicated mount.
Hmm.
Free
I
if you can,
appreciate you
Amber.
referring to a mule as a dedicated mount.
You can ride a mule.
Yeah.
I know, it's just I don't usually consider a mule as like, a mount choice. Unless you're Jesus, I guess.
I mean, they're a lot better than horses
Hey,
for like fucked
He
up
rode
terrain.
2 donkeys,
Yeah.
not a mule.
I'm just amazed you've had a mule this whole time.
Yes, I have had a mule. I paid extra on the last train to keep my mule.
What's his name?
I don't remember. It's been like 2 years.
It's a beloved character.
If I
This
sold
is
my
my
mule,
There are many like him, but this one's mine. What's his name?
Would
I
you-
don't fucking know.
in like 20 minutes, go, damn, if only you had a mule. I just.
We're gonna be on a boat, so I don't know how much like a mule was really gonna be a changer on that.
I mean, like,
Yeah, Obsidia, you'd think. You would think.
I mean, like, I can say that. I can say that when we get to land again, and you're going across from there, I believe the route you chose was the one that is going to be from New Orleans. I think. Were you taking a train from there into East Texas?
I think you only gave us the are we heading there via New Orleans? I don't know if we got more than taking the boat to New Orleans process.
I'm scrolling.
Yeah, I don't remember, it's been too long, but I would assume
It's
we would
been a
take a
while.
train from Bayou Vermilion runs through it at least.
Alright, so the option, yes, I believe because you said you wanted to go to New Orleans, you would go down the Mississippi to New Orleans, then take the Bayou Vermilion line to Houston, then you'd land travel north to the goal. So
Okay.
you would be paying extra for the boat and the train ticket, but then you would also still have your mule for the last leg, where your options are basically pay even more for like a stagecoach or something like that, or try and rent out horses or buy horses or what have you.
I would very likely be paying for that stagecoach anyway, since animals hate me, so I would have quite the struggle getting there on a horse.
I'm gonna sell it. I would like
Alright.
to find someone to buy my mule and saddle and tack.
Okay, if you're sure.
I'm sure.
Okay. The mule looks at you with
We haven't even been hanging out.
Yeah, with an expression of
I don't even know your name.
passive understanding, like, yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll see you around, I guess.
He walks off.
I hope not. Alright.
Get back here. I need to sell you.
So, I mean, yeah, it's a big city. It's a city that has a lot of, freight and logistics as an essential business, so I think you can definitely find someone who's always, in need of a new beast of burden. Yeah, I think you can find a livery in town that is willing to buy it from you.
Cool.
Alright, so do you want to try to haggle for a price, or just to accept the first offer?
I want to haggle.
Alright. Alright, so you're at I don't know, Peterson's livery in town, and you have your mule here, and the Petersons sure, husband-wife team are examining this, and the wife kind of gives you a once-over visually, like, alright. Well, it seems to be in passable condition. I don't see any wear or tear here. Decent heft on it. I could maybe do 20 for the mule, and if you're selling the saddle and saddlebags too, maybe another 15 for those.
I mean, he's a really good mule. He's come with me quite a while.
Alright. Give me some manner of social role here. Whatever you can justify that you would want to use.
I mean, probably persuasion.
Makes sense.
I like the silly sneaky music is still playing.
Oh yeah. Are we doing a different vibe now?
No, it's just
No.
very silly.
Never.
That's a 5.
Okay.
Technically a success.
True.
Ugh. Sorry if I'm hacking in your ear as well. I apologize.
That's alright. No, I don't know. Looks to be in okay shape. Anything worth knowing about this mule?
He travels great in a train. Very even-tempered. Lets you braid his hair.
That is a remarkably even-tempered mule. I haven't been able to put mine in braids for years. Roll a die here. Alright. Before I reveal the result, what is your counter offer?
It's like $5 more.
Oh, really?
Is all I'm asking, yeah.
Damn. Alright, that's a lot cheaper than I was expecting, but sure, we can do that.
I don't really keep a lot of money, to be honest.
Fair.
Fool.
Oh, alright, I suppose I can knock in another 5 for the mule and bring that up to maybe about 40 even, I think.
Oh, you won't regret it. He's a great worker.
Well, on her nat 1, she's fully accepting of these terms.
So
Hell
you got a
yeah.
great bargain.
Yeah, pretty good bargain, I'd say. Pretty good.
I give him a little pat, and then I leave.
Oh.
The mule nods as if to say that my work here is done.
We'll never see him again. Until he's the ultimate antagonist of this campaign.
Yep. There is a monster that's native to Vicksburg called a mule skidder, and it's like this horrible mule thing with like bone razor blade arm stuff that walks upright. That's gonna be him.
It really sucks to look at.
Please.
Yeah.
tell me
You
someone
also
has
say all of
drawn
this. In my last completed campaign, I had a mule that was also a Whatley.
You know, that's not surprising. It's just
You know you have to be
unexpected.
incredibly inbred when one of your children comes out and they are like visually indistinguishable from an actual mule.
She was my sister.
Literally.
Wow.
Anywho.
Yeah.
But yes, you are now $40 richer and 1 mule poorer. Well, 1 mule and accompanying saddlebag and saddle.
It's a 1 mule less encumbered.
That's true.
Yeah, I took all my stuff out of that bag, by the way.
Oh, of course, of course.
It was probably like a candy wrapper left.
All right. Oh, anyone else have any stuff that they want to do here?
I'll go and buy the map once other people have gone.
All right. Well, I mean, how specific do you need to be for the map?
Well, he's going to get several maps.
Okay.
But I want to give other people a chance to do things, so it's not just the Ezra show.
So Tyrus and Hazel.
Bueller.
Oh no.
I don't mind going next.
All right.
So I think I've been looking at stuff, and things that I want to do
Mm-hmm.
is at this point, like, nice baths are like a thing you can do, right? Like bathhouse and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can get baths. Nice baths, even.
I figured after getting paid and before moving on, she would want to, or Val would want to, or what I'm going to want to do is seek out a tailor and seek out a high quality bath.
All right. Yeah, you can get a bath that has all the bells and whistles. No actual bells or whistles, of course, because they would get soggy and wet and kind of useless. But you know, you can get one that has salts, soaps, lotions, salves, fresh flowers. It's a real nice affair. That'll run you
She
a
gets to do
whopping
this.
entire $1.
Yeah, I'll take that. But I guess the real thing that she was going to do, well, does Jinxie get to be involved in the bath, or
Cats
Uh,
love
does
that
cost
shit.
more?
Well, I think this is a character trait that we need to figure out. Is Jinxie a water cat?
I think
Totoro.
Jinxie is a behaved cat for Vale. Like, they're, they've been companions. Jinxie was raised alongside, was
Mhm.
raised with Vale. So, like, she does. I feel like Jinxie's personality would be she doesn't like the water, but she understands why Val is making her clean. She's trying to
Descended
keep
from a long
me.
line of panthers.
Well, yeah, I think then, like, she'll watch from a respectable distance. She's not gonna actively approach unless you force her to.
Yeah, at some point Val will just take her over and kind of like wash her fur and stuff.
I think that the trust Jinxie has in you is such that she doesn't even think that you might be betraying her when she is picked up. And she doesn't say anything in objection, she just kind of looks at you forlornly.
Val won't like dunk her underwater or anything like that. She's got like one of the cups or something that's sit there, and she's kind of like slowly pouring it over her, not all at once or something. She's being slow about it, so therefore it isn't like startling to Jinxie.
Oh yeah, she definitely is trying to like lick it off and shake it off whenever she gets the chance to.
And then like Val will clean her up and stuff. This keeps like her fur from like getting like matted or dirty or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make sure the cat is taken care of in the best that, we understand animals at this time.
All right.
Kind of way.
Was there something else?
Yeah, I figured she would also want to go to Taylor.
All right. What are you getting?
To get her duster cleaned up and fixed, and then maybe any like things that she's had with her hat that might need to be fixed up. So like general maintenance on like her some of her outerwear.
All right. Let's see.
She gets to do this oh so often because she's almost never in bigger places with stuff like this.
I don't see a section for this in particular. I see that you can get something tailored, but that's not quite applicable here, so... let's see...
Not time.
I'll say for... Yeah, for about 50 cents you can get any kind of well, patch jobs and tailoring that you need taken care of for that.
Yeah, I would assume like this is probably one of the better tailors too, so it looks nice and not like patchy. Because like I'd be willing to do $1 for that, where it's just like things look nice, threads are ripped correctly, you know.
Of course, of course.
Do you wanna do $1 for that to make everything look super nice?
I mean, if you want a tip, you're welcome to, but 50 cents is the base price.
If they make it look really nice and like everything she says she'll do $1.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like it's easy work. The tailor is not going to turn down that.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all Vale and Jinxie have going on, unless we want to give Jinxie some sort of something like a collar or something.
Yeah, you're welcome to if you want. It's up to you. A collar would be about a quarter.
But the question is, does Jinxie want a collar? Probably not, because she's a cat.
Fair.
And then I guess lastly, she would like try and find some like candy or something to restock her candy bag.
Mm-hmm.
And that should be it for me. I don't know what you want to charge for the local candy or what it would be.
So I'm gonna be using a pricing guide here. Let's say candy is 10 cents per pound, 5 cents for a half pound. You can just decide by weight how much you're getting.
How much was a pound?
A pound would be 10 cents.
Okay.
All right.
She just buys a pound of another pound of assorted candy.
Sounds good.
I think that's all she would want to do for that. And then she would go back to wherever we're staying.
Okay. All right. Is anyone else doing any kind of purchase or prep work before we continue into the next scenes?
Tyrus.
I had an idea, but with us taking the steamboat, like it doesn't work. So
Okay.
I don't really have anything else.
Fair.
All right. Then map time.
Sure. I don't think we need to end up spending too much time on just the shopping for the map. Just tell me the scale of the map you want and how in detail it is.
As in detail as possible.
Mm-hmm.
3 maps.
All right.
Sorry, I'm eating cheese.
That's all right. 3 maps as detailed as possible.
One of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
One of the North America.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the globe.
Wow. Okay. That will be $12 even.
Oh, holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, maps are expensive.
No, that's cheaper than I was expecting.
Oh, okay.
I mean, to charge more.
He's like,
charge
time
more.
won't charge.
All right. Let me just add that to my inventory.
I should really be using copy more often. It does say maps included.
Hmm. That's true. You could make a fortune counterfeiting maps. A very
Okay.
slow fortune, but a fortune.
Putting the "you are here" always wherever the person wants to be.
Honestly, that would be pretty useful, being able to just mark it like that.
Sorry, I need to check to see what toter I just knocked over.
Boy. Our
Okay.
wonderful, terrible little son.
He's got the zoomies right now.
Alright.
So all is well in that little guy's world.
For now. Okay. I'm back.
Alright. So, yeah, you've got your maps. You're heading back then?
Yeah.
Alright. Sounds good. Okay, so it sounds like everyone's got their shopping or prep taken care of. Are you going to be doing this before or after you're getting on the boat?
Let's do this before.
Mm-hmm.
Ezra would be a little bit impatient with this.
Okay.
Also, it might be easier if we aren't being rocked.
Sure. Alright.
That was literally what I suggested.
No, exactly.
Okay. So you head back into the hotel room and you're back reunited with Xenobia. Ambrose's head is out of the bag. Please proceed.
All right. So, you just need blood? Does it have to be like taken a certain way?
Oh, trust me, I'm a professional. As she draws out her very like wicked-looking ritual that Ezra has seen many times.
Is that clean? Have you cleaned that?
Of course, of course.
Is that
I
true?
take excellent. Yeah, I'd say Xenobia. It's a bit of a self-cleaning knife, and it might be, it'll just consume the blood. But for things that aren't just blood, she would probably clean it. Gwaidfred is her companion. She does want to take good care of her.
Alright. Carry on.
We all have the companion that we care about.
And she will, bend down, trying to look as minimally threatening as possible to Ambrose, as she looks him in the eye with her big, nearly glowing green eyes, and go, "All right, Dr. King, this will only hurt for a moment."
Very well. I promise I
And-
won't move around.
And she'll take a very careful, precise nick on the side of his chin or jaw or something.
Okay.
And
Ezra flinches.
Oh,
And,
relax. I shaved myself closer than this before.
challenge accepted.
Insert gif of terrified hamster here.
And with that, she will go over the maps and she'll do the thing and see what happens.
Alright, which map are you starting? Or starting with?
So it's America, the world, and what? What was the third one?
Are you muted, dear?
I am muted. Thank you.
You're
Since
welcome.
America, the world, and what?
United States, North America, and the world.
Okay. I will start with it. I'll go biggest to smallest. So I'll start with the world.
Okay. All right. So very carefully holding the knife loosely enough that it is able to move about like a dowsing pendulum, but firmly enough that you don't risk dropping it in the slightest. And a drop slowly rolls down the blade, and then something a little strange happens. The blood is
Oh, no.
traveling down the length of the blade, and it starts to inch closer and closer to the edge. And then, as it runs itself over the edge, it splits in two. One of the drops falls onto the map, and given the scale and the size of the blood drop, as close an approximation to St. Louis, Missouri as possible. The other drop slows to a near stop and then starts going back up the blade. It continues to rise up until it hits the edge, and it starts to sizzle and pop as if it's water hitting a hot frying pan. And then
What?
it evaporates.
Xenobia, what does that mean?
Truly fascinating.
What does it mean?
Well, I can give you the shorter answer or the longer answer.
Longer if it's more in depth.
Right. Well, I believe that at the core of the situation, I am not entirely sure. This is the first time it's ever happened that way. Um, as for what are the potential conjectures that I can throw into the mix of things, is that one, there's either a form of direct arcade interference that is somehow related to his condition. Two is that it is potentially someplace in the astral plane, and that would be why it is so interfered with. Or in a more tertiary manner, that there potentially is located in a place even more further removed than the astral plane itself, perhaps some alternate plane of existence. Uh, there's numerous conjurations throughout various belief systems, and it could be in one of those. But I unfortunately can only say at this point that I do not know exactly what is causing this particular phenomenon.
So his body's not on Earth.
Potentially. It could be that there is some rival arcanist or spiritual being, perhaps a demon of some sort, that is forming a degree of obfuscation in the discernment of Dr. King's body. But uh, aside from that, my strongest conjecture would be that his corpus mundi is likely someplace in the plane.
Oh. Ezra is going quiet. Hold on 1 second.
Dr. King, as
Okay,
a
I'm
point
back.
of curiosity, do you feel any different after that? Did you, as the blood was boiling, did you feel any sympathetic sensations?
No, I can't really say I have. is it normal to feel being scryed on, or?
I would say when it comes to that particularity that it truly varies from person to person and from medium to medium. But given your certain circumstances you find yourself in, I felt open to increased levels of curiosity as to what you may be experiencing in it.
No, I regret to say that I didn't feel anything in particular. I I suppose it feels perhaps like I suppose it feels a bit like I both have and have not a body, if that makes any manner of sense. I suppose we won't know for sure until we find it.
Indeed, I'm disappointed that I could not be more useful. I at least can say that we know exactly where this part of you is, and she'll boop his nose.
That's
Indeed.
okay. That was really cute. Uh, what is the astral plane?
I admit I'm not exactly an expert on the matter. Something that is highly malleable and is prone to perception bias. But in the simplest terms, based on my understanding, it is the world beyond this world. Uh, the origin of numerous spirits into entities, a level of arcana that is both related to but separate from the terror that we find ourselves. I've heard stories, of course, of great mages and witches and wizards who have walked it, but I admittedly have never done so myself.
Do you think we could find one of them?
Do I believe we can find someone been there or find a way there itself?
Both.
Xenobia thinks for a moment. She goes, nothing to say that either is in the realm of impossibility.
I mean, Ambrose did it once, clearly. Otherwise, he wouldn't be partially there and partially here. Your portal must have opened there, wherever that is.
An achievement in my own ignorance, I suppose. I do wish I could take this with a bit more gravitas, darling, but alright. For some reason, it doesn't feel quite as bothering.
There's, of course, many theories that the astral plane does act as a way between. There's stories of the Fey circles taking people there to the realm of fairy, for example. Perhaps your device simply created its own little Fey passageway, and that is why you found yourself. Potentially, I cannot reiterate enough that we are purely working in the realm of speculation. You found your body somewhat shunted into the astral plane. Unfortunately, the rest of you didn't go with it. Or I should say, fortunately, that you're still here with us.
Oh, I suppose this was still certainly enlightening, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Well,
I need to look deeper into this.
Chin up, dear. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
We did it once accidentally. How much harder can it be actively drawing?
I think I know what I want to spend bounty on, but I'll do that at the end.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Excellent. I, of course, will read through my various aliens to see if I have any additional information, but otherwise, I would say if we come across opportunities during our travels, that we should probably intend to seize upon them. And if you discover anything, I can help corroborate it and perhaps implement it appropriately.
All right. Thank you, Xenobia. I might seem disheartened, but I do appreciate this, and it's more than we knew before.
Of course, Mr. King. Anything for a friend. As she looks at Ambrose and pats his head. With that, she will swagger off as she is wont to do.
Right. Hey. So, is there anything else that people want to do before hopping aboard?
I haven't done my love letter yet.
I know.
Most of us haven't.
I don't.
was
Yeah,
about to
none of that
say,
was love letter. That was just something I want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with that being a love letter because that was literally what I asked for. A lead on Ambrose's body.
But yeah, my love
But go
letter
ahead.
was the end of last session, so I'm Gucci for the rest of this. Be
All
quiet
good
unless
then.
you need me.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna go mute again so I can eat some more chips.
All right. So then it sounds like you are ready to set sail. As I was saying, if you want to get a ticket for the riverboat, the good news is picking one that is just a straightforward transit ship that will get you there in just about a day's time. Iris. Okay. Right. It will take about a day to get there, and it will cost you about $12.50 for the ticket down. Assume no one has problems paying that.
how much? Sorry.
$12.50. I'm
Mhm.
good. I spent it.
$12.50. It's more expensive than all 3 maps.
It's 50 cents a mile, and it's 250 miles.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
I had to do the math here because
Turns out America's a big place.
Yay.
Yeah. Fortunately, the riverboats are going about 10 miles an hour, so since this is not a pleasure cruise, you'll have a pretty straight trip down. Get there in just a little over a day's time. Right.
Okay, so unless anybody has any issues, I think we all buy our.
I subtracted already.
Yep, same.
All right. So you hop aboard the Ticonderoga riverboat, starting to head down the Mississippi. And aboard, it's a little bit of a noisy affair. We've got a couple of options, really, since this is an overnight trip. By the way, let me also share this so y'all can hear the same audio that I'll have piped into the stream as a whole. So yes, the ship is a multi-tiered affair with all manner of people going about their day-to-day lives here. You've got the first floor, which includes, or the first deck rather, which includes the deck. Beneath that, you have the hole for any storage. On this first level, you can also find a small saloon and restaurant type of establishment. Going up to the second floor, you'll have small rooms, essentially one per person, unless you had bought tickets or specified otherwise when buying tickets. And yeah, you have a nice, long, relaxing trip ahead of you, probably. Unless you decided for something other than rest and relaxation for your love letter. So, with that said, I think that we can start off with... You know what, actually, let's start off light. Let's start off with Hemlocke. Let's start off with Parrot.
Hell yeah.
So, Parrot, you have a little over a day to rest and relax. I'm going to assume that everyone gets enough sleep and everyone is able to eat 2 or 3 square meals however they choose. But since you chose that you wanted this to be a time for a Parrot to be able to rest and relax, what does that look like for her?
You said since it's not a pleasure cruise specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any activities?
Oh, sure. There is a lot of people, so you're always welcome to converse and such. In the restaurant and saloon area, there's music, there's a couple of people who are always going about the promenade for the view as you go down the river. You have access to any activities you might have brought with you, like books perhaps. And of course, there's plenty of people who are certainly more than down for things like playing games or gambling. And hey, you could even try your hand at something like fishing or perhaps shooting birds from the deck, as long as it's within approval by the boat's staff and crew.
I think for the very first thing, Parrot wants whiskey.
Alright. Are you getting some like some entry level mid whiskey, or are you trying to get something a little nicer, a little more of a drink?
Something in the middle.
Alright.
Maybe just an okay bourbon.
Does sound pretty good. Alright. Seem to find it here. I'm going to say that we're probably looking at maybe like for something okay, for something kind of nice. Let's go a quarter a drink, quarter a shot.
Okay. I'm assuming that I can like take this anywhere on the boat, right?
I mean, they'll definitely want to have the glass back at some point.
Okay.
So I think you can probably like take it around within the restaurant and saloon.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to steal the shot glasses, you're welcome to as well. That's an option.
Nah. Parrot is going to relax with a double on the rocks. And then she did see someone fishing and is very interested.
All right. Yeah. A bartender, this reedy, whip-thin, pale-looking man nods and hands you over the 2 fingers of whiskey on the rocks. And yeah, sure enough, right off the side you can see there's a couple of people who have set up shop at fishing to varying degrees of professionalism. A couple of people just have stuff like, yeah, this is a string on a stick that I have, and I put like a little bit of food on the end, and we're just gonna see what happens. Other people have like actual fishing rods, and you can probably find one. It feels like the kind of thing that the ship would probably have somewhere around here.
It sounds good right about now.
Yeah. So you ease yourself into a spot along the promenade and got yourself a nice kind of middle-of-the-road fishing rod and reel. Nothing too fancy. We're probably not going to be able to cast super far out, but you got enough that you're able to get it and keep it from going in the muck and the mud parts of the Mississippi. Let's see how to do this. I think this would be considered a survival roll. I'll say, I guess this would technically be like a survival river roll.
Obsidia, don't leave that in the chat.
Oh no, what did she do?
I don't even have survival. I didn't even hit the button to give me 0 plus 0.
Thank you, Obsidia.
We have now
I think
entered the
that's
fishing
hilarious.
minigame chat. I hope you're all prepared.
Oh boy.
Alright, well, I believe it is a smart spaced roll.
Yeah, because
It is.
Yeah.
survival is supposed to be you like pick a biome, I think.
Yeah.
So that would be wise. So if you click the plus, it'll generate just a generic survival thing.
Yeah.
I'd say that any kind of biome that has like a large amount of water, or even just like
anything but
rivers,
desert.
or like, yeah, pretty much.
It auto-filled plains.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. That's a 2.
Alright, so is Parrot someone who has much experience with fishing, do you think?
Absolutely not.
Fair enough. You cast out, and you're sort of waiting there. Not really sure what to expect. Eventually you get the idea that maybe this isn't the one. Maybe maybe you're just not getting any bites here, but I'll say that since you know, you can see there's a couple of other people who are fishing along the side of the boat as well. And you can see that, you know, there's a couple of them who look like they've been getting bites. You've got a rough idea, so I'll give you a +2 to a future fishing roll to find a good spot where you might get a bite.
You're being real nice.
Yeah, this is you chose that you wanted your character to be able to rest and refresh.
Oh, I view fishing in the way that Parrot views fishing, which it seems like a good way to have people not bother you.
Oh, if that is your goal, let me.
For the most part. I do think she would eventually, like, stubbornly get upset that she wasn't catching anything and actually try, but for like an hour, it would be like, oh, thank God, everyone over here is like quiet.
I like to think you get a bunch of random like dads who come up to you. They're like, "Oh, you're casting a nice line there. You gotta move it a little." Get the real biters.
Yeah, it's an excuse to have a porch beer where people can't get to you. So you want another unskilled survival that you're giving me a +2 to?
Yep, and you know what? I think if this one doesn't work also, the next bonus is going to come from just a wild fishing dad. Oh no!
I forgot that could happen. That's a -3.
Oh, you see me
audience.
struggling there, honey. You know.
Oh my gosh.
I like with the dat one. It's just the fucking pole gets pulled out of your hands. And...
You have to pay to replace it.
Yeah, I think with that cast, you know, it was a little too close to some of the trees with branches overhanging the river, and like just the line got caught on one of the branches that had fallen into the water, and you end up just having to cut that line and cut your losses. Would
Okay.
you accept at this point a fishing dad?
Would that be leaning into or leaning away from my stubborn hindrance?
I don't know. What are you
Whether it
more
means-
stubborn about? Not having to have interactions with other people, or not failing at fishing?
I don't know.
Do you want to admit defeat? Is that what I'm hearing?
I feel like she would just shrug anybody off.
Alright. Well, I think despite this, there's still an elderly man who, as some of the fishers come and go, you see this white-haired, tanned, mustachioed man. If this was the prestige TV show version of Wayward Guns, this would be like a uncredited cameo by Sam Elliott.
All right, little darling. Here's how it works.
Yeah, I know. We got him in for the cameo, and this is what the writers decided to blow it on. It's wild. Like, I think that he picks up the vibe of like, okay, this is someone who does not want to be addressed by anyone, but he still sort of makes it a point to more deliberately and slowly go through the motions. And I think for this next one, you can make it without the untrained penalty.
Oh my god.
Practice makes perfect.
Congrats, you earned the right to spend 1 point on fishing.
You know, Sam Elliott would 100% give you fishing.
Oh, of course. That's why I chose him.
Okay. Do you want me to just hit the same button again?
It's up to you. It won't have the -4 attached to it.
Yeah, you can temporarily give yourself 1 rank in it, so it doesn't get.
Okay. Should I temporarily and just put it back?
Sure, that works.
Okay. So 4.
All right.
Almost a success.
Well, coupled with the +2, that is a success.
Oh.
So, with that, you
Get a money
have you have a fish on the line, and I think, oh gosh, I know that I have just the song for this. Let me fetch it out. But so as you feel the bite on the line, you feel something on the other side clamping down, and it is very intent on taking this little morsel that you've put on it. So let me see if I can get this to. There we go. Exactly what I hoped for. Alright, so we get as the audience, the little fish on announcement, and the music starts to play. Alright, you have a fish on the line. It feels like it's a pretty strong one. It's pulling, it's tugging, it's going this way and that.
There's a fish on the line. What's it want to tell us?
Hello, operator.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Yamil would like you to know, payback's a bitch.
You
All
need
right.
to tap me in. Let me use my strength to pull it in for.
So I'm going to. We're improvising this at this point. There are no rules for the fishing minigame, but boy howdy, we are going to make them.
Okay.
So, I'm going to say that we'll do this a little bit rock paper scissors style. You'll go back and forth choosing. It'll choose one of 3 actions. It can either pull against, change direction, or it can rest to regain its strength. If it's pulling against, you have to, you're going to have to make a, let's call it a quickness check to react in time to let the line go slack. If it is resting, then it'll be a strength check, and we'll say deftness check for if it changes direction.
Okay.
Alright, so gonna
Been way more technical on this than I thought we were.
look, it's a very granular system, Deadlands. Sometimes I have to get a little granular too. Alright, and alright, so you're lucky. It is a little stunned by the fact that there's any resistance on this line. You have a moment to reel it in a little more if you want to.
Which one is that?
That'll be a strength check.
That's not lucky, B. Oh, it's a 7, okay.
Yeah. A 7 is more than enough So you start closing the distance. It's a really good bit. The fish doesn't even realize what's going on until just a little too late, and it's gotten much closer to the boat now. So next it's going to try to... it is going to try a different tactic. It is swerving to try and pull away upstream. So give me a deftness check.
It's a 10. Get fucked, fish.
Hell yeah. You will not let this fish escape. Every move that it makes, you're right there mirroring it. You're pulling it in even closer still. Alright. The fish, once again, is going to try to dart now in the other direction. It's going to try to rush far enough downstream to be able to get out of the reel's range. So give me another deftness.
Oh.
Ooh. It's going to gain a little bit of distance on this one.
Okay.
I'm not sure
Frickin'.
either.
Yeah, audience, I have a 3d12 in deafness and I rolled a 2.
Alright, and it
thought
did
this was
it
supposed
did
to be
not
relaxing.
think it did not think it was going to get this far. It's a little stunned again, so you have a chance to pull it back in some more.
Okay. That's 11 strength.
Oh my gosh, that is huge. You close 2 distance brackets, and we are in the final stretch. So it gets one last move, and it is going to try and pull away a little bit. Give me a quickness.
7.
This fish cannot hide from you. You are on it like a hawk. You wait just long enough for it to tire itself out and immediately pull all the slack back in and more. And at long last, you have successfully reeled in a fish, pulling it all the way up. You have acquired a 5-pound walleye.
Oh.
The fish is just there, flopping in your hands. I don't think... I have a feeling that neither you nor the fish have any idea what to expect at this point. What do you do with the fish?
I would probably give it to the guy that helped me. To be honest.
Discount Sam Elliott looks a little surprised, but gives you the silent nod of father figurely approval, and then shakes his head at the offer. Oh no, you got that one fair and square.
I don't know what to do with it.
Oh, it's a hell of a thing to catch a fish. Gives you a chance to decide what to do with the life of a critter like that. Everything it's been could become all yours to control. Just listen to your heart. I'm sure you'll make the right choice.
With great power comes great responsibilities.
What
He
does
just
your heart
leaves
tell
me
you?
holding a live fish.
Yeah.
I guess I throw it back.
Alright. We've opened up the little Undertale interactions. We go into spare.
I'm scared.
The fish will remember this. In opposition to when the mule turns against us, this 5-pound walleye would have.
Oh yeah, the Telltale game thing. Yeah, fish will remember this.
Gosh.
Now, remember, if it offers you a wish later, don't listen to your wife.
I have no idea what that means. Alright.
Oh, I can't believe you're not familiar with that tale. Okay, I'm not going to go into it now, but I'll have to take a note here.
Alright. So I feel like I will leave it up to you, but you probably could have easily spent a good number of hours just zoning out, dissociating a little bit as you've been fishing. But yeah, it is later on in the evening, probably at this point. What else, if anything, do you think Parrot would get up to on her day off?
Probably just like just sitting down and watching the river, just taking some time.
It's good. And sometimes that really is all you need. You just need a moment to take it all in, relax, to let yourself be at ease. And I'm going to assume that you're, you know, taking care to do things like eat when you're ready, or you're going to, you know, like sleep whenever, that sort of thing. But if there's nothing else that you in particular want to do, I think that's probably the trip for you.
That's fine with me.
All right. So you can make a note here that the next time, since you've had a chance to rest up and refresh, I'm gonna have that this time at least manifest as the next time you either lose wind or have to make a scare check, up to you. You can roll a D4. No, let's say a D6, and lower either the result on the fear check or the amount of wind spent, just from, you know, having a chance to relax.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, carrying on from there, I think we'll next check in with All right, we'll next check in with Mary.
Ah, okay.
Yep, it's your time. So, I'm going to need you to first describe what is in the letter that you're writing, since you need to send a letter off to your aunt. You want to continue to be getting those free payouts every time.
Simple, just talk about a murder mystery thing I went to. Those are a thing in this day and age, right?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, so I just turned the story of the Mansion of the Ghost thing into like it was some kind of murder mystery party that I attended.
Okay. All right. I think that you've been pretty prompt with your letters thus far, so I don't think that she would have any reason to second guess this or to doubt it, so probably fine there. Now then, I believe you mentioned something about wanting to strengthen. Is that right?
Yeah, Mary's been feeling a little outclassed. So
Okay.
now, obviously, there's in-game reasons. Mechanical in-game reasons for that, but character-wise,
Hmm.
you know.
All right. To resolve that, I think it's time for another tune-up, first of all. So could you give me a tinkering roll? So far I have been assuming that every time you've needed to, you've had the chance to just take a break and wind up your prosthetics. But I'm also going to say that it's time to do a little bit of maintenance, because some of your best thinking is going to be coming out of that as well.
Okay. I rolled a 2.
So unfortunately, you get a little bit of one of your picks that you use to take out small bits of gunk and debris that jam up the gears. That gets stuck in a little bit, and it must have hit a nerve or something, because you just feel a sense of phantom pain just shudder up your body.
I guess
And
it's specifically in the prosthetic leg.
that's where it originates, yes. Which is a little odd, considering that you don't really have nerves in there. What do you make of that?
Well, with my IRL knowledge, I'm well aware of phantom limb pain and stuff, but I don't know how much my character may have heard this term at this time in history.
Well, that's up to you.
Probably confused, but there's only one person I can really turn to in this situation, and they're not even a doctor. So yeah, I'm gonna need to ask Ezra to look at my skirt.
All right. Are you just going to come to his door and ask?
I'm trying to decide what's funnier. Do I invite him to my room, or do I barge into his room?
Also, at what point in the roughly a day that you're on this boat are you doing this? Are you doing this all right away? Or are you waiting until the night, the next day?
Well, day one would have been, checking out the other passengers, looking for anyone suspicious, making sure there's no immediate weird threats going on.
All right. Yeah, I think that there is enough of there's enough surveillance that you're able to do that you feel fairly confident that you can be safe here. Safe enough anyway.
There's no safe, only safer. So yeah, then probably starting late day 2 then. Would have been the main.
You mean there's only a 1-day trip?
It's only gonna take a day?
25 hours.
Okay, well then, after the initial casing, then, if I was only gonna be 24 hours, yeah. So probably after lunch would have been the tinkering, a few hours of, I'll wait it out. So then probably somewhere towards late afternoon, early evening, I would have been like, okay, this is bugging me. I need some help.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going to happen with Ezra, but I have a feeling he's going to be a bit more withdrawn after his revelation, so probably in his room. You just come barging in because I think that'd be funny.
Well, okay, so I'll start with a knock. You know, not quite a polite knock, but not like a rude knock, just like urgent.
Okay. He comes to the door and only opens it slightly. Yeah. Oh, Mary. Yes. Is everything okay?
She'll be kind of like bouncing on her. Which leg was it that I always forget which leg she lost. Oh, that's bad.
No, it's okay. I once played a character with one eye, and I always forgot which eye he had.
Right leg. It's specifically my right leg. Okay. Yeah, she'll
Okay.
be bouncing her right leg and like, it doesn't feel right. I need you to take a look
Oh.
at it.
Okay. Come in quickly. Please.
Just past you.
Yeah. Ambrose is out of the bag, and he closes the door quickly behind him. All right.
I give Ambrose
So-
a greeting.
So, what's the problem? Is it? Okay, show me where the problem is.
So what are the layers here? It's like skirt, petticoat, underwear.
Hey, it's your
But that's-
outfit. It sounds right.
How
I
many
did some
layers do
research
you
on
want
this
them
when
to
I
be?
get the character, and now I've like completely forgot because that was like over a year ago, I think now.
That does sound right, though.
Or at least feels like it. So yeah, makes sense to take off the initial skirt and lift up the petticoat to show the mechanical leg, and talk about how I was doing, some of my maintenance to make sure that it doesn't gug up and that the winding keeps working. And then I broke the tool, and that I've been feeling it, and I shouldn't be feeling it. Why am I feeling it? Make it stop.
So, Ezra is blushing. I just want to start off with that. Right. Wait. You're feeling.
I mean, it's not like I can feel the whole leg or something, but it's like hurting or itching or something.
You can feel the leg though. That's fascinating. Let me see if I can get the tool out. And that's going to be a tinkering roll.
Yep.
All right. Give me one moment to find that on my screen. I'm not sure if this adds in my +2. Oh, holy shit.
That
It doesn't add in
is-
my +2. That's 22.
Ooh. Yeah. You are going to be able to handily get anything that is clogging this up out of there. And you can also see that while there aren't any active, there aren't really any active nerves directly connecting into the leg. It is a little odd that it it looks kind of like there's a little bit of unconscious twitching, just like micro movements that are happening around the site of this prosthetic. And knowing what you know about the other augmentation sites, you would have reason to believe that there might be something going on with the interfacing here.
Would you mind if Ambrose also took a look? This is fascinating.
Sure.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find chats. Okay. It looked like her body's adapting to the augment. Look at the twitching.
You can feel things through that leg, Mary. Not
So,
even
like-
in the sense of, like, you see Ezra brushing against something, but, like, even when you do not have the visual stimuli, something is going on with the interconnected system of augments that you have.
Is this also affecting my other augments?
Yes. Now, granted, for the most part, that's not going to be too dramatic of a change, but there is the one that is directly connected to your your brain.
May I look at your other augments and see what I can do?
That's when Scarlet will blush and be like, "You want me to take my top off?"
Oh my, no, I'm so sorry. I did not mean. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize.
Let's start with
it
a
was
little less private area, and she'll take off her hat and pull her hair aside to reveal the metal plate on her skull.
Yes, that's better. Yes. Should I roll tinkering again?
Yes, but I'm giving it a +4 from the overwhelming success so far.
So I'm getting a total of +6.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Okay. Is that before or?
That's including the plus.
Alright.
Wait, hold on. No, it's not. I'm looking at this now and it's not. Alright, that is. Yeah, that's going to be a 17.
Alright. On a 17, you have delicate enough hands that even though part of the skull plate augment is like the technology used for it is so closely interfaced with the brain itself, you are able to safely maneuver around and examine it without having to worry about any kind of damage that you'd be causing. And as you're tinkering about with this, as you're doing some maintenance, making sure that everything is clear and cleaned out, you Mary, you notice some interesting things. As you're looking outside, you have a sense of deja vu. You have a sense of memory recall. And you think back to the time that you were getting dressed up for your first proper high society evening with your aunt. The same sense of someone who's working very carefully with your hair, working to put it just so, pin it back. You also think back to the time when you are, again, someone in your hands this time, very close to your head, as you're adjusting and pulling tight the straps that hold your mining helmet on. You remember it was a very busy day, a very dangerous day, as all busy days in a coal mine are, but that time in particular, you just had a very foreboding sense of the day to come, and you ended up paying extra careful attention to every little detail of the workspace, the grinding gears of the elevator that brought you down, the faintly heard work songs of others, the gentle wheezing that comes with the onset of black lung. And then you remember you've never worked in a mine in your life.
Yeah, it's very much a where, how, memories, not mine.
So here's the deal. The 2 phantom dots of aptitudes that you can apply with the fine-tuning ability that I gave you has been boosted up to 3 points. However, there's now a hindrance. They can no longer go unspent. If you do not assign them, they will assign themselves for the duration of an adventuring arc. And they will not assign themselves to memories that you consciously know to be yours. Maybe they are yours, maybe they aren't, but they sure feel like they are, in a very unsettlingly intimate sense. Congratulations, your ability got a little stronger. I hope it's still all just your ability.
Whee!
Yeah.
Alright. That said,
So-
I'm also curious how you would like to finish up this scene. That's just what I'm mechanically giving to you through this love letter.
Well, the whole memory lines I just said, that was in character.
Mm-hmm.
Memories? I'm sorry. Did I touch something wrong?
I don't know. And I'll talk about, remembering getting ready for something I don't remember doing, even though technically I'm talking about Mary's life.
Yeah.
And then talk about, getting ready to go into the coal mines. Something I
I-
don't think I've ever done.
You don't think you've done? Is it possible? I don't see you as the type of person going into mines.
I'm not.
I'm.
You remember it so viscerally.
That is fascinating. Would you let me tinker more in the future, and maybe we can unlock more of these phantom memories?
This sounds like a very dangerous road, but it might be necessary.
Okay. I think maybe you need to rest for now. Let me get you something to drink, and we can just rest. Okay?
This all started with that stupid ink thing touching me.
It started with the ink demon?
He hit my leg, or whatever.
Strange. It didn't. I had my fist right in it, and maybe it's because you're more connected to your augments than I am to my gauntlet.
Well, I guess that follows.
That's my main guess, and there isn't quite a way we can test this hypothesis. There isn't a swath of ink demons. I made sure of that, apparently.
Probably for the best.
Agreed. I loathe to say it, and I take what I say with a mine's worth of salt, if you excuse my language. But maybe Xenobia might have an idea.
She is among us the most knowledgeable about Eldritch occult things.
Exactly. This might be a time where we need to discuss things with her. Especially as you're
Okay.
seeing memories that you don't think are your own.
Okay. Why don't you go get them? I'll just stay here.
Okay. Alright, and he's going to go and also get a drink for her, some calming tea, hopefully.
All right. While
And
that's
see if he can
happening,
find Xenobia.
Mary, I need you to tell me the 3 aptitudes that you're putting, or where you're putting the 3 aptitude points here. Or you can have me decide.
Well, given that I wasn't trying to use this ability or anything, I think it's most fitting to just let you decide.
All right. There is a span of about... Well, it's a span of what feels like a moment. You let your gaze wander to the window, and impossibly quickly, Ezra has returned with Xenobia.
And some tea.
You have, as you realize taking a look at clock on the wall, forgotten what has happened in the 5 minutes it took. You simply have no memory from when Ezra left to when he just got back.
No, I had a character. I thought you were gonna say like hours or something weird.
No. It's your first time having missing time, lost time. I'm not going to make it too long to start off.
Oh no.
I'm going to add 3 dots of things here. I'm going to have little asterisks next to them to make sure you know which is which. But I think that if it's alright, that might be a good space, a good place to pause it. Because we do have other things we have to make sure to take care of as well.
I think so. Plus, this leads into a question Xenobia wanted to ask,
Hmm.
but for
Yeah, I'm
later.
fine doing that after you're done with
Alright.
what Valentine.
Alright. So, Valentine.
That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Is you?
Valentine, what does it look like when you are developing new yarns, new tales to tell?
I don't know. I feel like it's a matter of she tries to try things and to see if they work. And it's just a matter of, does it work? It's very trial and error at the moment because she doesn't understand how her power exactly works. But she's trying to figure out how to change that.
Alright.
If that makes any sense.
I think it makes sense. So, I think your scene will probably take place later in the day, as day turns to night, and you start.
Oh, yeah, that's why I was gonna ask. I was just like, so how, like, the encounter of the thing we were talking about outside of character, is it one of those things where it just manifests as a daydream, or does it manifest as like a dream, or
I think.
how did we ever establish that part?
I think that the best place to find it, if you're not actively trying to compose a story, would probably be in your dreams.
Okay.
Oh. We're doing this a little out of order in terms of the timelines, but jumping ahead for a little bit here, later that night, everyone is asleep, or at the very least winding down in the party. And you have a dream. What kind of dreams would you say Valentine normally has?
I would say normally her dreams are just like her growing up, spending time with her 2 brothers and one of the girls that she used to hang out with from school and stuff like that.
Okay. I think that you're thinking back to one of those moments. It is a recollection of one of the last days of the week that you had to go to some sort of structured class type of environment, and you just had a moment to relax, to enjoy time with nothing to do. And as you're wont to do, you just end up people watching. Must have been near one of the main streets there. And as this is happening, you hear somewhere around you a voice say, "Once upon a time, there was a little girl. It's very, very curious about all the stories around." You hear it not as a sound in what your dream interprets as your own mind, but environmentally somewhere around you. What do you do?
I think, yeah, I'm just gonna turn around and like look to see if I can figure out where it's coming from in a very like confused manner.
One day, the little girl heard a strange voice as she sat watching people pass her by. She looked around to see if she could find its source. You get the sense that there is something there. It's not actively showing itself, but it does seem to be responding to what you are doing.
Does she have? So is this like a real dream, or is it like a dreamscape kind of dream thing where she can do as she wants?
I think that it sort of drifts from one to the other. You started out with a more clear-cut, straightforward dream, but I think now that you're actively in your dream noticing, oh, this is weird, and actively interacting with that new change in the dream world around you, I think it's becoming more lucid.
I'm going to close my eyes and try and like maybe figure out where the sound is coming from without the distractions of the environment.
Right? Uh, Give me a, let's say, a spirit roll.
Nope, that's Jinxie's sheet. That's under which one?
Spirit. It's literally under spirit. It's a stat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see it. Okay, there it is. I didn't see it when I was scrolling through for some reason. 15.
Nice.
You close your eyes and you focus. I can't quite say you focus your senses because this is a dream. And as you become increasingly more aware of that, it becomes increasingly just a force of will that you're applying to this. The little girl closed her eyes, focused all efforts on trying to find a strange voice that she was hearing. In the dream, with your eyes closed, you don't see anything, of course, but you do feel something is there, like the kind of essence that you get, the goosebumps on the back of your neck when you're general ambient awareness realizes there's someone around here. They don't feel like they're actively trying to sneak up on you or anything like that. But
Yeah, so like no hostile sense or
yeah,
presence.
it's not really a sense of danger, but it also doesn't feel like it's a specific thing. With a 15, you feel a sense of confidence that you're not just talking to a figment of the dream, but something more akin to the dream itself. And you feel fairly confident with how it's responded to the things you've chosen to do so far. If you wanted to apply some kind of form to it, it would narrate along appropriately. So, what would you visualize this thing as?
That's a good question.
Yeah. It's your dream.
I know, I
Uh,
asked it.
What about hold on, I have to like figure out the words I'm looking for.
That's fair.
Uh I'm trying to think of like this well-dressed like man, well kept, like something you would see on a show. Like somebody you would see in like Broadway or like a story, or think of like every like depiction of a demon in human skin kind of thing. Like the well-dressed silver tongue kind of thing.
Time to cite Dr. Faust.
I guess.
Well, I mean, the good news is you don't have to think that far back because you met Reese Phillips, same as the rest of the party. Or wait, no, actually, that was after you, so, huh.
Yeah, she never met Reese Phillips.
Yeah, funny how that works out.
Yeah, so just that's just how I picture this entity being, is just this it's smug and it knows it. So it would be like well kept.
All right.
It's smart. That's where I think I'm getting at. The depiction of the devil making a deal
All right.
kind of thing. If that makes sense.
I think it
I don't know.
does.
It does to me.
As you open your eyes, you again hear the narrating voice. As the little girl opened her eyes, she saw the source of the voice. Well-dressed, smart-looking stranger. And you can see the figure, it is there. They do look very well put together, very prim and proper, very tidy in their suit.
Am I still the in my what would be childish state because of the dream, or when I open my eyes am I just adult current Vale?
The little girl wondered. But if she could change the appearance of the strange voice, perhaps she could do such a feat as well.
She kind of smirks, and like I guess the next scene would be her normally.
Seems the little girl was not as little as she first thought. As for this, said the voice. A touch more sinister than the usual depictions. But if it's what you wish, the wish shall be granted.
Val, I'm gonna ask, so you're where these powers come from, if I had to guess.
The young woman asked. And I should say, out of character, that the voice you still hear, it always sounds like it's just
Like echoing throughout the room.
like like it's just someone sort of peeking over your shoulder, talking from behind you. But you can also see when the embodied voice commented on its attire, then it was coming from the figure itself.
Definitely surreal.
I am one of many that offer you your power, said the voice. Unused to such a distinct and personalized interaction with a human.
So at this point in her life, she's done like a lot of studying of this kind of stuff, right? Like the occult and the like demons, monsters, stuff like that, right?
I think so.
Like that was okay. I just wanted to make sure that was still there.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna look at him and just kind of like look at him and be like, what are you?
The young woman wondered. Is it that unclear? The stranger asked.
Is it possible for her to use her skills in this state?
It's a dream. Anything's possible.
Can I roll one of my knowledges to see if anything comes to mind?
You're welcome to.
I guess I'll roll with occult.
All right.
Not bad.
7.
All right. Let's see. With the 7. You've heard of entities that interact with dreams, but they tend to be things that interfere with the dream itself. Like, for instance, something like a night hag. It would give horrible dreams to the person who it sits upon while they sleep, but it is influencing and changing those dreams. This feels less intrusive somehow. It feels more of a give and take. It's more of a yes and, I suppose. Like, it doesn't seem to be trying to change the story so much as the thing is simply a part of the story, perhaps even the story to some degree itself.
She looks very confused by all of this. Like she thinks of a bunch of different things, like the stuff that you said to think about, but like none of that lines up, obviously. Not you're not anything not anything I've ever encountered or any stories that I've heard of.
Hmm, only in your dreams, said the voice.
She's gonna just kind of stare, like, inquisitively. So so now that I know, where do we go from here?
Asked the
How
young
does
woman.
this work? I'm curious. I must know.
The stranger smiled. There is nothing quite as wonderful as wonder. Wonder leads to dreams. Dreams to hopes and wishes. Perhaps it is in bearing witness to those wishes and seeing them through.
Hold on one moment. I'm sorry.
That something like this might come to be, the voice replied, gesturing down at the appearance the young woman had conjured.
So what? Very confused.
For
Her
those of you
answer.
playing at home, Totoro just knocked over a chair.
Oh, rip Totoro.
That's quite all right, said the voice. Stories don't always make sense. They don't always have morals or meaning. Unless, of course, you decide to take one from it. But as long as you tell stories, things such as I continue to listen with rapt attention and see that such stories come a bit closer to coming true, explained the voice.
She's going to stare with even more inquisitive intent in her face. Just more questions as he tells her this. Well, yeah.
Then I shall look forwards to seeing what tales you tell next, said the voice.
Now, this voice, as she's hearing it, does it sound like it's so you said it's like an environmental sound. Is it
Mhm.
more than one environmental sound? Like there's more than one thing talking? Or is it
Mm,
just the one voice that comes from everywhere?
I'd say it's an environmental sound in the sense that You are currently in a dream, and if the dream was given a voice, the voice would come from somewhere. It would usually come from the mouth, but if it's more than just an individual, it's coming from the environment in the sense that you are speaking to a convenient front that the thing has set up to speak with you, but the thing itself is what you're currently in as well. You're speaking with a dream.
Or at least what she thinks is a dream. Or maybe not.
Something along the lines.
She's gonna kind of look sideways a little bit at this figure and be like, out of all the questions I have, why me?
The young woman asked, clearly unaware of the significance that her being her lent. Why? Because you tell the stories, replied the voice, matter-of-factly. If you tell
We
the
have, like-
stories,
Oh,
if
go
you
ahead.
speak her dreams and memories, wishes, wants, all other things that your kind come up with in their wonderful, then will always be of interest to us. Continued.
The look of confusion has turned into a little bit of a nervous kind of look.
The figure offers an attempt at a reassuring smile. You needn't worry. Most of us are more than content simply hearing the tale. After all, if we were to harm the storyteller, stories would cease to be. That simply wouldn't do for anyone.
She has so many questions, but I don't know where to go from here with it.
That's fair, that's fair. As long as you continue telling stories, you needn't worry about finding any of us. If you wish to speak, we will find you as you have found us here. but we are merely story. We simply ask to be told. And so long as you tell us, we'll always be able to reach you ever like.
How will I know what stories are to be told? What is in the method that I can learn these stories that you want told?
Simply put, whatever story you deem right. Story is meant to be told. A story doesn't know its audience until the audience is made into an audience by the telling of the tale. Explained the voice.
So she just will think about telling more stories and try to write more of them. Or learn more through different means and people like she has been doing, I guess. Or at least that's what she'll think about. Like all of the different stories she's learned through different people.
If you try and learn new tales, I'm sure inspiration will strike.
Spooky.
Oofy.
Spooky demons are spooky. Or devils or spirits or whatever these things are.
You made him look like a devil.
Yeah, that's on you.
True.
You could
the
have
be-
made it like a really fluffy kitty. No, you're
That's
like,
true.
I want Satan to sell me something.
Yeah.
That's what
I
it
was thinking
feels
like
like.
Mother Goose.
The issue is this feels very like devils in the detail, like deal, snake oil kind of salesman kind of thing to me.
If that's the story you wish to tell.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what to take of everything he's saying. I really don't. Other than to get new stories.
Sometimes stories don't need a meaning.
I could tell you the meaning of everything he just said, but where would be the sport in that?
So at least he's not hostile. We know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's fully supportive of you.
Mm-hmm.
The devil you created in your own psyche is your number one cheerleader.
Maybe he's not a devil as we thought.
You made him.
Yeah.
We. I use we as in myself a lot, okay?
The royal we.
I made this guy devil. Maybe he's not actually a devil. Well, he's at this point.
Well, so there's more to the reasoning behind this, but there's more to a reason why she would think that the voice inside of her head is a devil or some sort of entity of some sort that isn't good until she finally interacts with it.
He's not in your head, he's in your dreams. Incredibly different.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm,
You're right.
mm-hmm. It both is in your dreams and also is your dreams.
Women will personify their sleep paralysis
Instead of going to therapy.
So, like, is it possible for her to close her eyes one more time to try and, now that she has a new opinion of what is happening, to change the opinion of the entity?
To change its opinion?
No, to change what it looks like. Now that her opinion of it has changed.
The young woman closed her eyes, focusing very hard on some new appearance she had dreamt of. When you open your eyes, what does it look like?
I think it looks more like the girl, like, the adult version, obviously, of the girl that she used to hang out with in school. Not only because in her, she's her biggest fan of all the stories that she used to tell, but other reasons too. Like, it was her biggest cheerleader growing up, and like, your stories aren't stupid, your stories are fun, that kind of thing.
Hmm. As the young woman opened her eyes, she saw another young woman. Voice almost sounds a little surprised at that. More
I
personal.
guess. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
More
Sorry.
personal, certainly. But if it's what you find comfort in, I'm happy to oblige. Quite an interesting taste in tales,
I
said
mean,
the stranger, now no longer quite looking so strange.
she'll look to him and be like, and just, well, you're the two that always believed in me, so why not?
The not so stranger of a stranger smiled. And continuing to root for you, Shale. I do hope to hear whatever wonderful stories you've heard, dreamt up the next time we're able to speak.
She'll smile with a little laugh. I'm sure we'll find them together.
And I think that is when it's sort of a gradual fading away of the scene. It becomes less and less real as it becomes more and more distant, harder to focus on as your sense of the waking world around you returns.
She's waking up, right?
Mm-hmm. You pinch yourself to make sure, and you're certainly awake.
Yep. Look over, see Jinxie.
Jinx looks at you, completely unfazed.
Well, you'll never believe what just happened, Jinxie.
Slow blink.
She's the crazy cat lady that talks to her cat.
Mm.
Jinxie is the best listener.
Hmm. Right, so normally we would wrap up around 9, and it's already a little past. I have little extras that I could do for anyone's scene here, but we can also start wrapping up if y'all are starting to feel a little tired here.
we should probably start wrapping up because I know I have a bunch of questions for Mary, but that would probably take a few minutes to resolve.
Well, let's
We
see.
can save that for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can have the ending bit of the downtime next time and start moving into whatever comes next, which I will be honest, I haven't figured out yet. But that's neither here nor there. All right. Okay. The 3 aptitudes have been chosen for Mary.
Yay!
And with that, I think we can wrap up for today. So let me again shout out my wonderful cast. Next time we'll finish up with all the little denouements we need for our drama and love letter scenes. And who knows, maybe we'll even see Fishing Dad Sam Elliott again if we can afford the cameo fees. Oh god, do you think Sam Elliott is actually on Cameo? Like, could I get
No
him
way.
to, like,
No way.
I doubt it, but what if I did just get like Sam Elliott to do a cameo plug for the show?
Not in the budget, B.
I know.
I've seen quite a few woke YouTubers get cameos from right-wing grifters to get them to say dumb shit. But nah, I don't think we're about stuff like that.
All right, so bottom to top this time, Obsidia. Remind the wonderful folks what our wonderful little blood mage is like when you're not Xenobia.
Yeah, so I'm Obsidia. Currently have been streaming at around noon, Tuesdays through Thursdays. That hasn't happened this week for various reasons, but that may be subject to change in the next few weeks as I might potentially get a new job, and then I will have to change my streaming schedule again, which is awesome, just inconvenient.
Yeah,
But,
fingers crossed.
The one thing you can count on is recovered from his surgery. We'll be back on that Nexus Forlorn Legacy grind life over on Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Come on by for some awesome Arcanopunk D&D. Is one of the players in.
That's true. All right. And then Tyrus.
Hello, I'm Tyrus. I'm just a silly person. I'm here a lot. So you'll see me around.
That's true. That's true. And Hemlocke.
I am Hemlocke. I am a model maker. I stream when I can. I guess I would say I'm technically on hiatus. I am moving and selling my house, and I guess now working on not a redesign, but like an update, kind
Ooh.
of. Which reminds me, I have to send B a Google form related to that.
Oh. Okay. I have no idea. This is genuinely my first time hearing this. I'm very interested in finding out what that means.
It's fun. It's fun paperwork.
Okay. And Hazel?
I am once again Hazel Dust, your favorite wish granting ferret on the internet. I play a lot of I will be playing Peak with some friends tomorrow.
Hmm.
I'm not on hiatus. And otherwise, I do a variety of different content throughout the week, including a Pokemon race every other Sunday, which is a recent
Ooh.
thing. If people want to check that out, it's a lot of fun. We're doing this Nuzlocke randomizer race
Sounds fun.
of Emerald. Yeah.
And finally, Epitome.
Hi, I'm Epitome. This is when I usually have a health and safety tip for you. I am very tired. It has been it's been a long month for me. Just be kind to yourself. I don't stream, so you can't really find me anywhere, but you'll find me lurking around in these streams occasionally when I do my job as a mod. But yeah.
And I'm B. I've been playing everyone else, said the narrator. That's going to take a while to fully get that habit out.
Said the marshal.
Oh, yep. But yes, like I was saying earlier, I do roguelikes, RPGs, and digital artwork on my stream most often, so if those interest you, I hope you'll stop by again sometime. Okay, so there's my card with all my links, including commission info, Discord, where you can come get to know the wonderful folks who have decided to make my silly little streams a part of their day-to-day lives. Blue Sky for my primary social media, and YouTube for VODs, including VODs of this series when I remember to post them. And that will be that. If you're watching this on YouTube, then I hope you make sure that till I see you again, partner, be rootin', be tootin', by God, you best be shootin', but most of all, be kind and happy trails.